Hi, Nick Duffy here from Nick Duffy Golf and MMG Golf Performance. Here to talk a little bit about shaping the ball. So, I will go back to this sometimes when I'm talking about course management or talking about playing golf. That you don't necessarily need to be able to work the ball both ways, day in, day out, every other shot. This is more for players who maybe have only learned to hit one shot and occasionally need to hit the other one. And this is something I don't try to do too often. I was never one to try shaping hooks and shaping cuts, every other hole. I tend to play one shot that I hit pretty well and just repeat the heck out of it throughout the day. You very rarely will play a golf course. You got to change your shot shape every single shot. Maybe high and low. I don't think so much left and right. So that's kind of one thing I want to preface before this whole thing starts. Is we don't need to be thinking like, okay, back left pin, we got to hit a high draw into it. Back right pin, we got to hit a high fade into it. I mean, stuff like that is, it's okay, but day in, day out, I don't think it lasts. Most guys on tour are actually playing the similar, or I guess almost a similar shot every shot. They're not trying to get too crazy in their shaping of the golf ball from shot to shot. If it is a certain shot that they have on a particular hole, they maybe have to work it a certain way. You'll see it, but you don't see them going back and forth. Let's just Bubba Watson, Tiger Woods. Two guys are the exception to the rule. With that being said, to be a good player, you do need to know how to do it, though. You do need to know how to play these shots. That is important. You do need to know if I'm hitting it, say one day I'm overhooking it too much. You got to know a way to kind of take a little bit of that hook off to help you out with your game. So what we're talking about today is just setup changes you can make to help you hit the appropriate shot. So if I'm hitting, basically my standard shot, I'm going to be having the ball off my left ear with a 7-iron, right? And then pretty, neutral setup, so square shoulder, square feet, nothing too crazy, square club face. That's just for a normal neutral shot. Downwind, where I'm not really caring about too much about what the ball actually does shape-wise. That's kind of my stock go-to setup. Now, as I would get into maybe trying to hit a different shot, so say I'm trying to hit that ball a little bit more of a draw, I'm going to push the ball a little bit further back in my stance, okay? And like I've said before in videos, pushing the ball further back in your stance, what it does, it promotes more of a push start and an end-out path, right? So that's kind of what it does, moving that ball back in your stance. The way the club delivers is going to be more of that type of shot. So that's going to help me hit more of a draw, doing those two things. Ball starting more right and path getting more to the right. It's going to help promote a draw. So just by moving the ball back, already I've done one thing that's going to help us get that second, another shot in our game. So that little draw is going to help us, hit a ball maybe around a tree or maybe around, away from some trouble. So that's an easy one. Now, the opposite is true as well. So if I move the ball forward in my stance, now I'm actually getting that path more left and my face angle more left. So that's going to help us hit more of a fade. So just by moving the ball, an inch forward, an inch back is already helping promote either way. So that's a good lesson, even if you're just kind of playing your stock day-to-day shot. If you're hitting shots that are just drawing a little too much or cutting a little too much, mess around the ball position just a little bit. I wouldn't say a ton. We're talking an inch or two to see how that affects your golf ball. That way you kind of have a good idea how to fix it without having to change, your whole backswing or looking at the newest YouTube video on, complete swing overhaul when you don't really know what you're doing. So that's an easy fix, a quick fix that kind of help your game out without having to, do major surgery on your golf swing. Okay, with that being said, if I'm going to now hit a draw, what we already know about the ball position, I'm going to be putting that ball a little further back in my stance. I'm going to close my feet, close my body line up. What I'm doing this for is just helps me feel a little bit more closed off at impact and promote a little bit more of the swing path getting more to the right. Whenever I do this, I may slightly try to feel like I'm hitting more into out, but I don't try to overly do it. I try to let the setup dictate more what I'm doing than so much the me trying to overdo it. That's a lot of times what I've seen out of even good players is they'll be getting themselves in a pretty good position or in a shot that sets up for a certain shot. So they say your ball above your feet, and it's going to help you draw the ball a little bit. I've seen people do that setup and then try to help it more and hit a massive, massive hook instead of just letting the conditions help you do that. Okay, so once again, we've gone through the draw, so ball a little more back, stance a little more closed, upper body a little more closed, and we're going to feel more in to out with the swing, just barely. I mean, we're going to let the conditions of our setup dictate that. And then the other one, so we've already talked about ball position again. Ball more forward. Automatically going to get my shoulders a little bit more open by doing that. Feet more open, okay? And then feeling that open setup, I'm naturally going to try to, swing a little bit more along my body line without me overly trying to do it. I don't want to hit blocks. I don't want to hit the wrong shot. I'm still just trying to hit cuts that start left and draw that start right. So with that being said, use your setup that you currently have, change your foot position, upper body position, ball position to help you try hitting a different shot. You may find out that when you set up a little open, ball a little more forward, and try to feel like you're set up for a cut and the ball goes straighter, that may be a good shot for you to hit on the golf course when you're struggling. Same thing maybe the other way. Maybe you're overcutting it when you keep trying to hit like draws on the golf course. So, man, if I'm overcutting it, let me push that ball back a little bit, drop my right foot back a little bit, and now it might be easier to draw the ball without you having to change too much in your golf swing. Because that's kind of the goal. When you're playing golf, I don't want to be making massive changes on the golf course. I want to take care of that on the range when I have a chance to take my time and actually really work on the swing. So hopefully this helps you out. If any questions, please let me know. Once again, these are just kind of the basics to kind of get you, from thinking too much about how to hit draws, how to hit cuts, from the crazy over-analytical way to just basically the simple basics to help you hit either shot. Hopefully this helps you out. Any questions, please ask me in the comments. Hi, hopefully this video helped you out. If you liked it, please like my video. Please subscribe. Please put a comment down asking any questions or just anything that may do with the video. If you need any suggestions or you want to suggest another video for me, please let me know in the comments. I'd be more than happy to try to shoot them. I'm always looking for good ideas. So any way I can help out the viewers of this channel, please let me know. Hopefully these tips help you out and will continue to improve your game. Thanks.